Well, everybody, today is, Thursday, March 31st, and out detecting for the second time this year. Came back to the same park that I was at. I was up by those that hedge line up there the last time I was here, by this tree that's got a nice little bench. I figured I'd circle the tree, and I was getting a 1246, 1247, 947 at 7 inches deep. Dug the plug, and it was not in the plug. Loosened up some of the dirt on the bottom of the hole after I kind of pinpointed it again, and after kind of turning over some of the dirt. I don't know if you'll see that or not, but right there, the silver edge looks like a silver dime. And it's going to be another rosy. We'll see what year it is. I think the first one was a 47 of the year. See if I can get the dirt off of here without rubbing it too heavily, and see what I got. 52 it looks like. Alright, silver number 2 for the year. See what else we can find. Well, another signal just like the last one. Still here by the tree, other side of it. Making a second loop. Got another signal that was kind of choppy and very deep, saying 9 inches. And looks like I might have got another rosy. Yep. So we'll see what that is later on when we clean it up. Alright, back to you later. Alright, that bench around the tree is over there. I'm working my way up towards that hedge line and back, working my way back towards the tree, and I was getting a 1242, 4 inches deep. Dug a plug and it was in the bottom, right in the bottom of the hole there. And in the hole, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 wheat pennies and a buffalo nickel. So I don't know why it was ringing up quite so high. Maybe because of the 4 pennies altogether was probably driving the number up as much as it was. I was thinking it might be a wheat penny, but pleasantly surprised that it's 4 plus a buffalo. There, let's see if you can see the buffalo. Try to get out of the shade and stuff. So there it is. All right, we'll clean them up and share with you later. Alright, well, time for a jumpy signal. The ferrous numbers were almost always in the 10 to 12 numbers, but the conductive numbers were anywhere from about 37 all the way to 46, and would never give the same number twice, and bouncing in the 30s and the 40s every time. Got the hole dug, and it was in the plug itself, and I think I might have a silver ring. It could be a junk ring though, so I'm not exactly sure. Take a look here. Probably going to be silver. I don't know if there's a stone or anything on that. It's hard to tell. Hard to see, especially in the glare in the camera. So if it's good, I'll try to show a marking later. And if it's not, it won't make the wrap up. Alright, talk to you later. Well, had to pull the plug out again after I got that ring, which I think is only an Avon ring and maybe silver plated. I was still getting a very weak 946 signal, 7 inches deep it said, and when I re-pinpointed it was on the edge of the hole. So the first plug right there kind of comes around right here, and then I had to dig out a partial second plug, and at the edge of the 2 plugs, looks like I got another silver dime. And it's another rosy. So that's 3 silver rosies today. Alright, I'm happy with that. We'll keep going and see if we can find anything else. Well, I'm working my way back towards that tree with the bench around it. One more time. This time I was getting a nice solid 1246. I was saying 7 inches deep, and it was nice and sing-songy, warbly, you know, with my CTX 3030. And cut the plug. Was not in the plug. It was at the bottom of the hole. I had to break up some of the dirt. And this time, instead of a silver rosy, I think I got a silver merc. I'll set her down and see if there's a date on there at all. Yeah, I don't know if it comes through or not. Maybe a 43. But alright, that's silver number 4 for the day. Let's see if we can keep going at it. Alright, time for the paper towel wrap up. Had a pretty decent day out there. Here's the clad. Got 11 quarters, 19 dimes, 1 nickel, and 16 copper pennies. Didn't dig any zinc ones today, thankfully. Did end up with 4 silver dimes. Top left a 1952, top right a 1948, bottom left a 1949, and then the mercury dime was a 1945. I thought it was a 43 in the field, but dirt must have covered it up, or my poor eyesight, one of the two. Anyhow, 4 silver dimes today. That's pretty nice. The ring is a junker. It's an Avon ring. No markings as to 925 or sterling, so that'll go in the junk pile. That one hole that I had, I got 4 wheat pennies and a buffalo nickel. I think the buffalo is going to be tough to get a date on. When it's wet, I think it's a 25 or a 28, but I'll probably call that a no dater, not obvious to see anyway. And then the wheats that were with it are a 42, a 44D, I think a 45D, and a 46D. I also found 4 other wheat pennies that were in about a 2-foot circle. Had to dig 4 separate holes to find them all, but did end up getting 4 other wheats. The top left is a 1920, then a 1937, a 54D, and a 56D. And 2 other wheats, both in the 40s or 50s. So I ended up with 10 wheat pennies, 1 buffalo nickel, 3 rosies and a merc, and a junk ring, along with almost $5 in clad. So good day out there. Hope everybody else is getting the chance to get out and detect and find some goodies. And we'll get back with you again in the future. Take care.